Thank you so much, Savannah. Now we're starting the last session of the day. My name is Elva, and I am the Managing Director of Festa. Festa is in cooperation with the Wellbeing Forum in planning this session. And Festa has almost 200 members. We call ourselves a Center for Sustainability. So we work towards sustainability. That is our only purpose. And what we try to do is we try to get our members to step into their role as change agents towards a more sustainable society. And we also want to help them to future-proof their organizations or their companies, because there are so many changes coming, which are completely foreseeable up to a sense. So we need all to be able to think about how is our organization going to look in the future? And the theme of this session is Thriving Together, integrating well-being into the business world. And you can really, in my mind, sort of boil this down to the question that everyone needs to be asking themselves, whether you are an organization like a government entity or municipality, or you are a company. You need to be asking yourself, is my organization making the world a better place tomorrow than it is today, or a worse place? And that sounds like a very simplistic question, maybe even a little bit naive, but in fact, it's quite complex and very sophisticated, and it's precisely that we have to be asking ourselves. I want to apologize. I have a summer cold, which is a thing in the Nordic countries. So I'm sucking on like a cold, strap shell here. I apologize. So companies, they want to be prosperous, obviously. They want to sort of feel good, if you can say that about a company. And we all want companies to be prosperous, because prosperous companies means jobs. It means stronger rural communities. It means a stable tax income. It means very many things. And companies are prosperous when they can focus on unlocking all their resources and work towards a purposeful goal. And I use the word prosperous here and unlocking all their resources very purposefully, because I think that if we talk about resources, it's something that we already have in some sense. So I think that companies already have a lot of the sort of keys that they can use, but they're not fully utilizing them as much as they could. For example, we all know, I'm not going to take any time in talking about the urgency in the situation that we face when it comes to planetary boundaries, when it comes to all the things that we need to challenge and sort of try to change when it comes to the environmental factors around us. This is a fact, but within companies, we can unlock the resources that we have with circularity, for example. Circularity is the best tool that we have to decrease all of these negative effects that we're having on the environment. And it's fairly low-hanging fruit. I mean, not everything, but it's completely doable. And it's really good business. There is a lot of profit to be had in implementing circularity throughout everything, throughout transport, throughout design, everything that we're doing. And so I think we're going to see big changes when it comes to circularity, and it's going to affect the value chain as well. Another resource that we could unlock is, of course, what we have been talking about today a lot. That is the people. And the company, if you think about the word company, a company of men, a company of people, we keep each other company. Companies are people. That is the sole sort of unit. That's what companies are. So by fostering health and diversity, and not only diversity, but inclusion and equity and human rights, Businesses are not only making their employees feel better and having more well-being in their life, but they're also creating the perfect soil for new ideas, for strong innovation, for successful implementation, which is exactly what differentiates so-and-so companies from great companies. So these are resources that companies can unlock. And last, there are so many things that could be mentioned. I want to mention that a resource that companies can unlock as well is to participate in the discourse in society about what matters to us. What are the values that we put a value in? What makes society a better place? How does a good company look? So companies have a voice. They have a quite large and sort of high voice in our societies, and they should be utilizing that. That is a resource that they definitely have. So when a company is prosperous, they are at the same time contributing to the overall well-being economy. This goes completely hand in hand. So the question that I asked in the beginning, is my company or my organization making the world a better place tomorrow than it is today? To be able to answer that with any sort of, in a way that makes sense, we have to be able to know how to measure things. Are we moving forward or backwards or through the side? So we need to realize that. But also in a more conceptual space, we also have to realize that we are already in depth towards nature, towards society, towards our health. So it's really not enough to become a company that is sort of net zero, where we have eliminated our bad effects on everything. We need to become a regenerative society. Regenerative companies is what we need. I don't know if you know this concept. We use it a lot when it comes to sort of ecology, when it comes to biodiversity. I think we can work more with regenerative as a term when it comes to social situations, when it comes to how businesses are run and what sort of decisions companies make.